Good morning, Cowboys. I'm Sammy West, and I will be your host this morning. We hope you had a safe and relaxing extended weekend. Coming up on today's show, we have a look at this week's weather forecast, entertainment for the week, and more on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Today is Tuesday, January 19th, and KU News Network starts right now.
Good morning, Cowboys. I'm Riley DeLeon.
My name is Paisha Stewart.
I'm Kat Gonzalez.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Cadence.
I'm Ava.
I'm Patrick.
And KU News Network starts right now. Welcome back. With winter in full swing, the cool weather is here to stay. Let's head over to Chris with more on this week's weather forecast.
Hey Cowboys, I'm Chris Rensselaer and I'm here with this week's weather forecast. This week's weather will be changing up a little as California weather usually does, with rain at the end of the week. Today will be windy with a high of 61 and a low of 55. Wednesday will also be windy with a high of 72 and a low of 54. Thursday will be sunny with a high of 72, and Friday will be partly cloudy with a high of 59. Saturday it will start raining with a high of 54, and Sunday will be back to a sunny day with a high of 57. Make sure to put on your hoodies and bring out those umbrellas for this week's weather, Cowboys. That's all for me. Now back to you.
Thanks, Chris. As many of you may know, yesterday was Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And although it may seem as just another day off of school, this day continues to impact modern society. Here's Frank with more.
I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream.
Yesterday we honored Martin Luther King Jr. and his impact on the civil rights movement. But MLK was not the only leader in this movement. There were many other key figures, especially young college students. So today, we want to dive deeper into their impact on the civil rights movement. The main student organization was called the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, or SNCC. This group was the principal channel of student commitment in the United States to the civil rights movement. It was founded in 1960, and some of its main contributions included sit-ins at segregated lunch counters, as well as the Freedom Rides in 1961. In addition, they also worked with the Voter Education Project in order to register and mobilize black voters in the Deep South. We have seen similar initiatives in the last presidential election in states like Georgia and leaders such as Stacey Abrams. One of the leaders in SNCC was John Lewis, who recently passed away after 33 years as a U.S. Congressman. Lewis was an integral part of the Freedom Rides in 1961 and helped lead the 1963 March on Washington. As a close confidant of Martin Luther King, Lewis fulfilled many vital roles in the civil rights movement and its actions to end legalized racial segregation in the United States. In his time as congressman, Lewis continued to fight for equality for all people, and in 2015, Lewis and President Barack Obama marked the 50th anniversary of the marches in Selma. To learn more about John Lewis and the youth influence on the civil rights movement, check out our Instagram bio for links. This is Frank Boyce, signing off.
Thanks, Frank. With this extra time at home, social media and entertainment are great ways for students to safely have fun. Let's head over to Maya with more.
Good morning, everybody. Here's what's been going on in entertainment. Over winter break, we got some huge announcements of new shows premiering on Disney+. There were a lot of new trailers for some of their most anticipated shows like Loki, The Falcon and Winter Soldier, as well as WandaVision, which premiered last Friday. They also released trailers for new Star Wars shows, some of which include Andor, a prequel series based off of Rogue One, Ahsoka, the second part of the Mandalorian spin-offs, and an animated series called Star Wars The Bad Batch, and a couple other teaser trailers as well. Even though it wasn't a new series set to be released sometime this year, the movie Soul was definitely, in my opinion, one of the best movies Pixar has made and released on Disney+. It's for sure one of those movies you wouldn't think would resonate with teens our age and adults as well. It's definitely a movie everyone should give a try. But if you're not much of a fan of Disney, don't worry, I've got you covered. There are a couple TV shows in the horror genre set to premiere throughout this year, some of which include American Horror Story Season 10, Evil Season 2, and Clarice, which is a spin-off off of the Silence of the Lambs movie. You can check out AHS Season 10 on Hulu, and for Evil and Clarice, they're both shown on CBS. Well, that's all for me. Now back to you.
Thanks, Maya. In scholarship news, the Canyon Country Optimist Club is hosting an essay contest where one Canyon student can win a $2,500 scholarship. Please visit the bulletin for more information. In Cowboy sports news, track and field can still compete in the current purple tier. If you are interested in trying out for the team, please email Coach Velarde or Coach Jackson for more information. Finally, today, with the inauguration just around the corner, we wanted to share with you more information regarding this election. Here's Kat with more.
Inauguration Day is monumental in United States history. It marks a new beginning for the country as a president-elect is sworn into office. The topic of Inauguration Day relies heavily on tradition. However, this day has not always fallen on January 20th. Before 1937, Inauguration Day was traditionally held on March 4th, or 4 months after the presidential election. Only if this day fell on a Sunday or the president died during his term was this day altered. On Inauguration Day, the president-elect takes an oath to preserve, protect, and defend the United States Constitution. Given the recent circumstances, the overall presence of Inauguration Day 2021 will appear reasonably different compared to past ceremonies. Instead of a large crowd of spectators gathered around the mall, a small group of masked and socially distanced VIPs will suffice. The event will be streamed on many major streaming platforms, and viewers can expect to see some feel-good performances from stars. For Canyon News Network, I'm Kat Gonzalez.
Well, that's all for today's show, Cowboys. Be sure to follow us on both Instagram and Twitter at CHS News Network. I'm Sammy West. Have a great week, Cowboys.